Okay, we are gonna get started soon. Hey, good evening. Hey, RK. So people who are wanting to see Wukong gameplay probably like, what is this? This is not Wukong. This is definitely not Wukong. We are waiting till the top of the hour. The stream is actually supposed to start at 10 p.m. Eastern. So 7 p.m. Pacific time, but because it's not time yet, the game, for another like 20 minutes or so, the game is not available on Steam for play. So until that, I'm going to be playing some of this. So this is Final Fantasy XVI on the PC. So this is the PC version of the PlayStation 5 timed exclusive from last year. So it's actually available. The demo is free to download on Steam now, just like the Wukong demo. Whereas the Wukong demo was a benchmark, this one is actually gameplay. This is essentially the same demo that was on the PlayStation 5. That's basically what this is. So
you put on quite the show for us, Lord Rossfield.
this game is hard to run. Wukong is even harder to run.
To be first shield. Age and experience be damned.
Mainly because Wukong is UE5 and it utilizes Lumen and Nanite. That's why Black Myth Wukong is now the hardest game to run. But we're going to play through a little bit of this just to get an idea of how the PC version looks and performs. And it already looks leaps and bounds better than the PlayStation 5 version.
Good as new.
Forgive me, Lord Marquess, pray do not concern yourself with this bungling cur. Bow to him, you fool. Did I say to speak?
It was no trouble. Really.
Oh, do not indulge him. To be allowed to stand in your lordship's presence is more than his kind deserves. Why, neither the Empire nor the Republic treat their bearers half so well. He was lucky to be born in your father's dominion. Very lucky, as I remind him every day.
Stand, please.
Stand.
I trust his good fortune will continue.
It's Gamescom week, so expect a lot of game news this week. Whereas the past 2 weeks have been all about computer hardware, specifically new CPUs from AMD. Now what we're going to do is we're going to actually utilize those CPUs in real-world scenarios, namely playing Black Myth Wukong and upcoming games like Warhammer 40K, Space Marines 2, Final Fantasy XVI on PC, and, you know, whatever else is showing up after that. But I am pretty interested in seeing what they show at Gamescom this week. Particularly Monster Hunter Wilds. Maybe Silent Hill 2. It's really good that we got this game now on demo, though, to benchmark. Because this game is pretty hard to run.
Looks like they're getting ready for supper.
I think someone's hungry.
I'm having my bearer filled well, my lord.
Hey, HDZ. We are going to be playing through Wukong in a little bit, but it unlocks at the top of the hour. So I thought it would be good to take this time to play the PC version of Final Fantasy XVI. It is available now, at least the playable demo is on Steam, free to download now, and that's exactly what we're testing while we're waiting for Black Myth Wukong to unlock. This looks so much better than PS5. It's like insanely better looking than PS5. So the problem with the PlayStation 5 version is if you wanted the game to look good, you were stuck at 30 frames per second. And even at 30 frames per second, it was a dynamic resolution scaling. Whereas here, I'm playing the game at... I think I have frame generation turned on. What's weird is this game and Wukong both feature all the upscalers. And they both have the frame generation. Oh, we are actually playing with frame generation. Frame rate is, I always cap mine to the refresh rate of the monitor. In this case, we are using a 4K 32-inch 240 hertz OLED. So because of that, it automatically defaults the frame limit to 240. Interestingly enough, there is actually there's no unlimited on this. Like, as far as I know, there's no way to... Oh, wait, I can turn VSync off. I didn't realize it was on. But other than that, there's no way to do, like, an unlimited frame rate. Upscaling native AA. So, it is very nice to see more PC ports, especially this one coming from Square Enix. Is surprising to see Square Enix with a game, a PC port, that actually has frame gen and FSR 3 right off the bat, even before the game is out. So this is very nice to see. I want to keep track of the time here because I do want to dedicate this stream to Wukong, not Final Fantasy. But I guess we will play through a little bit more here. In this opening area, the flashback sequence.
Preparation is key. We must be ready to launch at any time.
They've closed the gates.
Let's hope the side entrance is still open.
It still has that kind of feel of it being like a Square Enix game. Not an Unreal Engine game.
Wheat harvest's down again, apparently.
Nice and quiet in here, isn't it? There's Joshua.
Can I open the gate over here? Oh. He has like a weird jump. It's like a little half jump. It's actually a much more realistic jump than the over-exaggerated fake jumping that we see in video games where the character literally like jumps over the height of the actual character. Can you imagine in real life somebody literally like jumping like more than 5 feet into the air?
You will put Joshua's comfort and safety before your own. Do you understand?
Yes, Your Grace.
Clive,
Are you worried about the war?
the soldiers will expect the Phoenix to help them, but I don't know if I can.
Don't worry, Joshua. Father will guide
Yeah, this is definitely not Unreal Engine. This is a derivative of the Final Fantasy XV engine. So if you guys remember the game Forspoken,
Thank you, Clive.
16 and Forspoken and Final Fantasy 16 are all based off of this is some kind of variant of the Luminous engine, if anything, but I feel like it's a very heavily modified Luminous engine. But it is nice to see that the PC port does have all this stuff in it. Did that save my change that I made? Yeah. 7 Rebirth Remake will also make it soon to PC. That's gonna be next year. Yeah, Rebirth will come to PC, but it's a while. You'll be waiting for a while. Think about how long we had to wait for this. This game came out in June of last year. And I told you guys it'll be at least 1 year to wait. And I was right, because it's now... It'll have been 14 months since release. So when this game comes out next month, so it'll be 15 months. 15 months of having to wait to play this on PC from the time that you could have played it on PS5. So Final Fantasy VII Rebirth it's a larger game. It has more content than this game. And knowing how Square Enix likes to take their time with PC ports, I would assume you would see Rebirth sometime next spring or next summer. At the earliest.
The power of the Phoenix dwells within
You've
Joshua.
loaded it twice, it
Joshua
comes out
remembers.
messed up. Trying
If
it one
any
last
lordship
time.
before him, it will be
Which
no
one?
more.
Which one? This? This one?
Yes, Your Grace.
Well, how are we doing on time? Oh, we got 8 minutes. Let's get this cutscene. Yeah, but the problem is we're going to be waiting like maybe 3 years. 3 years for the third part.
Good luck.
Especially since they're changing it to UE5. I think Final Fantasy VII Part 3 is going to be on UE5. That was what I heard them say. The specs are in the description of the video, but this is the 9700X.
How may I serve you?
All right, you can stop licking my boots. Mother isn't here.
Do the territories fare any better?
Most lie under a pall of black. In just these few moons, the Blight has taken nigh on all of the northern reaches. It is only a matter of time before it crosses the border.
Fire flames.
Nearly every available bed in the capital is already occupied by those fleeing the Deadlands. Even if we were to send them south to Port Isolde, more would only follow in their wake.
For content creation, it's fine.
Every day.
I've been using it since release for everything, like DaVinci Resolve, pretty much any sort of content creation workload. I've also used it for AI. I've tested stuff like image generation. It works fine. It's really nice to have that 24 gigabytes of
At the
VRAM.
very least, we must secure Drake's breath. Without the blessing of the Mother Crystal, we cannot defend our realm from the spread of the Blight.
The Iron Blood will not relinquish it easily.
The reality is the 7900 XTX is the cheapest way to get 24 gigabytes of video memory.
There we will listen to the
There
words
isn't
of
really
our
any other
ancestors.
option. I mean, technically, there's also the 7900 XT. You can get that for like 700 something, and that has 20 gigabytes of VRAM. So, I mean, it is a bit slower than this card, but for productivity, I feel like that card is actually an excellent value.
You will have heard the reports, I'm sure, of beastmen from the north being sighted within our borders.
The price difference between the 4090 and the XTX is the only difference.
Then you know what must be done. I will give you 2 good men. While we ride north tomorrow, you will journey to Stillwind, search it, and clear it.
Yeah, this game is not out on PC, Ant-Man. This game is only an exclusive on PlayStation 5. It will be available on PC next month. What I'm playing right now is the free-to-download demo. This is the demo of Final Fantasy XVI on PC. And we're playing the game at 4K Ultra. It is pretty hard to run. This game is not easy to run.
I will do my duty, Your Grace.
It's very demanding. This game is actually much harder to run than Final Fantasy VII Remake. If you have Remake and you have an idea of how challenging that game can be to run, this game is significantly harder to run than Final Fantasy VII.
Your Grace.
hold that button to activate ATL. That's this one. Oh, okay. That's cool.
We drove the Iron Blood from our shores once before, but their patriarch still dreams of spreading his message to Storm. And when the Crusaders march, they move a damn sight quicker than the Blight ever did.
So we recapture the Mother Crystal.
No, I would say this game doesn't have any.
And secure the duchy.
This doesn't have any stutters, from what I can tell. Hold on, let me turn on Afterburner real quick. Now, one thing about this game is every cutscene
Even if it costs me my life.
runs at 30 frames per second.
It doesn't come to that.
They do the typical Japanese developer PC port thing where they make all the cutscenes drop to 30 frames per second, as you'll see here.
This war we mean to wage, it isn't only for control of the Mother Crystal. Above all else, we cannot allow those Iron-Blood savages to gain a foothold on Storm.
I know. I would
The
say
amount of
that
RAM
this
depends on the
marshals
CPU.
again. I wish you a safe journey tomorrow.
And I you, Clive. May your blade strike true.
Where am I supposed to go? I'm supposed to go upstairs? Oh, I think I'm supposed to go to the room. Okay, hold on. Actually, if I go... Can I go outside still? Or am I stuck in here?
No messages, my lord.
I wish there was more to do in this part of the game. Like, I feel like the prologue section, there's not much that you actually do in here. Is the 8700G good for AM5? I mean, it depends on what your objective is behind building the PC. Man, the black levels on this OLED, when I go down this hallway, it gets super dark. The God Ray effect is different. It's like... Okay, I think... Yeah, we're pretty much at the time to switch over to Wukong here. So let me go through this last section. Actually, I think this is where we're going to stop. Because I wanted to play Wukong. This stream is supposed to be for Wukong. It's not for this. So, yeah, but that gives you guys an idea of how the game runs. This is 4K, by the way. So the game is actually very demanding. If you are playing... I don't know if Square Enix published the system requirements. Actually, let me check on their page real quick. Yeah, so they're specifying, they're saying that you need to have recommended minimum Radeon RX 5700 or a Intel A580 GPU or an NVIDIA GeForce GTX 1070. And then the CPU can be like, it doesn't really matter. And then for recommended, they're saying you need to have, for the CPU, they recommend a Ryzen 7 5700X or an Intel Core i7 10700, 16 gigs of system RAM, a Radeon RX 6700 XT or a GeForce 2080, and 170 gigabytes of free space. And with those GPUs, so 6700 XT and RTX 2080 are good for 1080p 60 frames per second. SSD is required, VRAM 8 gigabyte or above. That is what they are saying for recommended spec for 1080p 60. So Yeah, the hardware requirements for this game are pretty high overall compared to some other games that we've seen. Like, it is pretty demanding. At 4K, this is maxing out a 7900 XTX. You can see, like, we're constantly at the power limit of around 340 to 350 watts. Alright, so that's basically Final Fantasy XVI. I will be revisiting this game when it comes out next month at some point. But until that time, we're going to be playing Black Myth Wukong. And then later, it's going to be the Space Marines 2. And then I think there's another game in there that I'm forgetting at the moment. But that's basically what I've got planned. So we're going to go ahead and exit out of this. And now Wukong should be available. Maybe I have to restart Steam because it says it's supposed to be available. Game not released? What? Okay, I'm gonna restart Steam. Because I'm pretty sure this is supposed to be available now. Oh, unpacking. Oh, what? 130 gigs? Unpacking. Oh, man. Okay. Well. Man, see, okay, I knew... Hold on. Is this using my CPU 100%? Yeah, this is using a lot of CPU to unpack this game. It's not using 100%, though. This is the sort of thing that you bring the 9950X for, because the 9950X will unpack a lot faster than the 9700X. But I have now officially switched over. So my main PC, the PC that I do Tech Thursdays on, that one now has the 9950X. I have finally retired the 7950X and have switched over to the 9950X in that machine. But this game, this computer is the test rigs, and this thing, currently what I have in here is the 9700X, and I actually, right now, I actually have the Power Color Red Devil 7900 XTX. So this is the Red Devil one instead of the reference one. The reference one is in the Intel system from last week, so I decided I'm just going to throw this one in here because this is what was available at the time. Because I've been trying to do some tests with the Intel computer to verify that the Intel CPU is not damaged. And it is running the latest microcode. And I've been running a bunch of stress tests and all kinds of like different applications and things to run the CPU really hard to verify that the CPU is not damaged. Because if it is, then I have to RMA it, like I said in a previous stream. So I was like, I'm not going to interrupt that machine. So I'm going to have to pull a different GPU from somewhere. So that's why we've got the Power Color Red Devil in here. While this is unpacking, am I able to go back into Final Fantasy? Or is it not going to let me? Is Steam going to let me launch a game while it's unpacking another game? Let me see. Okay, it's still unpacking. It's still unpacking. So I'm going to have to continue playing the demo of Final Fantasy 16 while waiting for this game to unpack. I should have never exited from the game. In that case, whoa, it's like, okay, there we go. That was some compile stutter at the beginning there. I gotta keep periodically watching Wukong though to make sure it's actually unpacking. The X870 non-E doesn't have a debug display. X870E only. Man, the unpacking is going slow.
How long will you be away this time?
Not long.
It's taking a long time to unpack.
Maybe 5.
And you will be taking Joshua.
Well, I can't exactly leave him behind, can I? The blood of the Rosfields runs in his veins. Before going to war, we perform the rite at Phoenix Gate. It's our way. You know that. And only the dominant can enter the apothecary, so yes, I'm taking Joshua.
Oh, to hell with your way! The boy is ill.
You think I don't know that?
Remember what we said about the chipset, though.
But the boy is also the Phoenix. The heir to the throne. You can't keep him in swaddling clothes all of his life.
If you're concerned about price...
Clive will watch over him.
If you're concerned about price, you're not going to get X870E. I'm just telling you now. X870E is going to be expensive. Let's put it this way. X870E is going to be more expensive than X670E currently is.
Our household has no place for such a failure. He is worthless. A man like any other.
As am I, my dear.
Nonsense. You are the Archduke of Rosaria.
Oh, not this again. You know as well as I do that I only sit upon the throne because my father was taken before his time. I am merely warming the seat till Joshua comes of age.
You are your father's firstborn son.
If you want to get the newer motherboards, though, then the main benefit of having the newer motherboards, the idea is that the memory overclocking might be better versus the current motherboards. That being said, we don't actually know if X870, X870E actually improves the ability to run 4 sticks of memory, because 4 sticks of memory is also something that I think we don't really know a whole lot of yet at this point in time. But that could be something to keep in mind if you're considering getting an X870 motherboard.
This is it then. Time to prove yourself.
Wishing on a star?
I'm a little old for that. I should get some sleep.
Right.
Do we actually have 8000 Expo RAM, though? I don't know of any 8000 Expo kits. I know of XMP 8000 kits. Not that it really makes much of a difference, but I'm just saying, technically,
Joshua's shield.
we have 8000 XMP, but I have yet to see 8000 Expo officially. For example, this kit right here, this is an 8000 kit, but it is an XMP kit, so technically it's not Expo. But this is the 8000 kit that I always talk about, and that I've actually used on like 3 different motherboards.
Well, if you're not going to pray to Metia for your safe return, I shall just have to do it for you.
We're at 40% right now on the unpacking.
There's going to be another war, isn't there? Since coming here, I've begun to take peace for granted. I assumed the war between our nations would be the last.
No, for me it idles very low.
But it never really ends, does it?
It idles like, depending on the idle, it's like upper 30s, lower 40s.
The next war will be bigger than before.
No, the 9950X is my main CPU right now for the Tech Thursdays.
You're a shield of Rosaria after all, and blessed by the Phoenix.
9950X would have been done. Yeah, probably. Well, the thing is, I am running this game, and I noticed that sometimes this game will have a slight stutter while the unpacking is moving up. So, I don't know. I think it probably would go faster if we weren't actually running this game.
It's getting cold. We should go in.
See, like right there? That stuttering
My lady.
is due to the unpacking. It's funny how the game just kind of like pauses and then no, for me, the 9950X is on a Noctua NHD15 air cooler. This 9700X is on a 360 AIO. Yes, I have a 170 watt TDP 16 core on a Noctua D15. Meanwhile, I've got an 8 core 65 watt TDP on a 360 AIO. If that's not backwards, I don't know what is.
Good luck.
I don't think that really matters, Matt, considering we're at 4K. The thing is,
Friends, we ride for Phoenix
the
Gate.
thing that I've noticed,
May the blessing of the crystals
the
be
larger
with us.
core CPUs, typically the people buying the larger core, the higher SKU, the higher tier SKU, like for example, the Ryzen 9, they're typically using like higher end displays. So they're on like 4K resolution, or at the very least, they're on 1440p resolution. Otherwise, they're at 4K resolution. So that's the reason why it doesn't really matter.
Lord Rossfield, allow me. I shall see her safely to Phoenix Gate.
The 9700X and the 7800X3D are more likely going to be paired up with 1080p monitors. And potentially 1440. 1440 just kind of falls in like multiple camps.
May I say what an honor it is to serve alongside you?
This is to be no mere investigation. If there are goblins in Stillwind, they won't leave willingly. The Beastmen are a fierce foe. We underestimate them at our peril.
Not today, we won't.
Depends on the AIO, John.
Sir Tyler, let us
You guys are aware that all AIOs that are smaller than 360 are pointless, right?
to the marshes then.
Just to give you guys an idea, a Noctua D15 is equal to a 280 millimeter radiator. So anything smaller than a 280 in terms of an AIO is weaker than a D15. So meaning there's really only like 2 AIOs worth considering. 360 is like the smallest AIO you would consider. Second would be a 420. If you're not on a 420 or a 360 minimum, there's no point in going liquid because you can just get a Noctua D15 or any big dual stack air cooler and it'll outperform any of those smaller AIOs. So that's basically how it goes. Like for me, liquid starts at 360. I would never even consider anything smaller than a 360 AIO. Now, the reason why I still think air is mostly better for pretty much everyone is because you don't have to think about the pump failing. You don't have to think about water levels slowly going down over the years in the AIO. You know, it's just more peace of mind, less anxiety. Like, you don't have to worry about leaks. You also don't need to worry about case compatibility because a lot of not every case can fit a 360 AIO, let alone even a large radiator in general. So that's the other thing too. Like, going liquid requires a lot more planning, and it's just the overall spectrum of choices is much more narrow compared to if you go with a standard air cooler. So like with an air cooler, you don't have to think about it. The only thing is the case has to be wide enough to fit the air cooler because of the height of the air cooler. But most modern cases don't have any problem doing that. So I guess wait, hold up. Let me look at this world map. Is there a way to like zoom out a bit? Okay. Oh, it's very confined. We can't actually get out of here yet. We're at 55% on the unpack. Dude, that is taking a while to unpack.
Keep your eyes open for those goblins. The reports placed them in this area.
It's all swamps from here. What's your step, my lord?
And everything else.
I don't know why they insist on making all the cutscenes run at 30 frames per second. That's so jarring, watching it switch. Every time a cutscene transitions back to gameplay. Feels like it was only yesterday that I was playing through this early section of the game.
Not exactly the most well-maintained path.
And who do you imagine would maintain it?
What does the CPU usage look like? Alright, hold on. Let me get back in the game here. See. It says like 46%. Every single core has stuff going on. The SSD is at 100% though. My SSD is maxed out. So the thing is, I can't be playing. Oh, you know what? Maybe it's an IO thing. What type of SSD is this? This is a what? What SSD is this? Oh, that's why. Okay, we are IO bound right now. We are not CPU bound on the unpack. We are actually SSD bound. This is an extremely cheap, very weak, no DRAM SSD. It is a 2 terabyte inland QN322. This is a PCI Gen 3 SSD that is currently about 75% full. And looking at Task Manager, the drive is literally pegged at 100%. So we are actually, the reason why the unpack is taking so long is actually not the CPU. It is actually the SSD. The SSD can't keep up because the game assets, and that's why the game is showing weird stuttering because of the input-output bind that's happening on the Gen 3 SSD. This is where a PCI Gen 5 SSD would make a huge difference. Because every time the game takes priority, like once the game becomes smooth, the unpacking slows down dramatically. But every time the game starts stuttering, the unpacking gets priority on the SSD.
It's hard to believe that anyone used to live here.
The old village of Stillwind.
So we are bound by SSD bandwidth right now.
There's a lot left of it.
See, this is an actual good example of why a PCI Gen 4 and a PCI Gen 5 SSD actually make a difference. Because in a situation like this, where we're trying to unpack a game, but we're also playing another game that's, for all we know, this game could be using direct storage, because this game is using a modified engine of the Forspoken game, and we know that Forspoken on PC uses direct storage. So I don't know if this game actually uses direct storage, but the load times are extremely fast. This game does have shader compilation that takes place when you first load it up the first time, just like every typical modern game now. But this game is not Unreal Engine 5. Keep that in mind. This is Square Enix's proprietary engine. It just did go down from DDR4 to 3200. Yeah, see that? We're IO bound. We are IO bound. What we'll do is I will keep playing this till the Wukong is fully unpacked, and then we'll see if that. I'm pretty sure, just looking at the task manager, that this is an IO bound scenario. Very interesting. So this is what SSD bottlenecks are like. This game does say that it requires an SSD. You cannot install this game on a hard drive, as far as I know, looking at the spec requirements.
With me.
Okay, use Y if you're striking with X to conjure a magic explosion. Whoa, it's so bound by IO right now. Yeah, the unpack is not able to progress. Is this game actually using direct storage? I don't want to stop that process. It's at 67% now.
Goblins. So the reports were true.
We should press on. There may be more ahead.
This almost has like a Resident Evil vibe in terms of the environment. It makes me think of Resident Evil 7. Just this environment. Oh, there's goblins over there. Actually, what was in this building? A strength tonic? You have Thermal Ride Phantom 120 Evo on the way.
There's more.
This is a really interesting behavior of the game, though, because the I/O, I wonder if it actually is using direct storage, but because the SSD is pegged at 100%, it's slowing the game down. Because one thing I remember that was characteristic of Forspoken was the faster your SSD was, the frame rate actually benefited slightly. Yeah, hold on, because this is... Yeah, this is... Every time I look at my SSD, when it's like this, the game is running really slow. But when it smooths out, it doesn't... It's not at 100%, it's like at 90-something percent. It also does do something specific when the combat system starts, because on the PlayStation 5, even when you're running the game in performance mode on PS5, the game is not able to hit a locked 60 on the console. But as soon as you go into the battle mode, it does something where it's able to maintain 60 frames per second. Maybe it was like downscaling on the console to be able to do that. I don't know. Can you break any of this stuff? No.
Watch out, my lord. Some of their number are spell slingers.
And what a number. We'll all have our hands full here.
Forevermore! Farewell! He scarcely touched you.
The hitching reminds you of Vermintide. I don't even know what that game is. Yeah, I just want to see this behavior change once that game's done unpacking. It's at 81% now. Wow, okay, well what I've noticed then is these bleeding edge games like Black Myth Wukong, they are going to require, well, okay, this is like a one-time deal, the unpacking, but they are, it's almost like we are moving away from PCI Gen 3 technology. It feels like the recommended spec is going to be PCI Gen 4 for a lot of things, mainly storage. Which means I'm pretty much screwed because I think the vast majority of all my SSDs are Gen 3. I only have like one Gen 4 SSD and I have 2 Gen 5 SSDs. But one of them is in the 9950X system and the other one is in the 7950X 3D system. So this benchmark computer that we're using has all the leftover parts. Hence why it has like one of the worst SSDs that I've got. I'm probably going to have to swap this SSD for the Intel 670p. It's another Gen 3 SSD, but it's a lot better than this one. This one doesn't have any DRAM cache, which is the reason why it's doing this, because it's approaching like 80% capacity, and so it's like super full at this point. That's another thing, and there's no DRAM, so that's why when it gets pegged at 100%, everything seems to be slowing to a crawl. Do they ever upgrade past the Gen 5 SSD heating up yet? I think the newer ones don't heat up as much as the very, very first one. That being said, all Gen 5 SSDs require a pretty large heatsink.
Sneaky sods. We're trapped.
My lord. I'm working on it. He's the leader. But we'll have to take care of his followers first.
Care to thin the herd?
As if you have to ask. One. Shit! He's invited a friend!
On your feet, Sir Wade.
Here it comes.
I'm right. Founder, that's a swing and a half. Be ready to move when it winds up for another. Don't have to tell me twice. This should help. Come on.
We're at 90% now on that. Partial stagger. Man, I wish I could turn all these tutorial things off.
Let me attend to your wounds. My thanks.
Man, this is the battle system of this. I like this game's battle system a lot more than Stellar Blade. Stellar Blade's the other action game that came out earlier this year. This game sets a pretty high bar for the action though, because this game, the combat designer for this game was the same. It's the same person that did Devil May Cry, and Devil May Cry is one of the best action games ever made. We're gonna finish the demo before that thing unpacks, but that thing, we're at 96% on the unpacking now. You know what I really want though? I want a Monster Hunter Wilds demo. That would be incredible. If we got one of those from this week. Although I think the demo for that will probably come out sometime in Q4, if that game is slated for a Q1 launch. Wait, what is it saying? I can learn abilities. Charged magic. Let's get some charged magic. Okay, this is straight up taken from Devil May Cry. The stomp. Mid-air stomp. Lunge. I feel like when I learned lunge on PS5, I abused that move way too much. I want to try to like force myself to not use that, so I'm not going to learn that. Down thrust is good. Burning blade. Oh yeah, that's for skill expression. This is to style on opponents. Burning blade. That's totally for style. That's a flourish attack. And then taunt. I don't even know if this is necessary. Like, why do we need to learn the taunt? I wish the allied, but the party members would do more. Swift recovery. We definitely need to get that one. I guess I could pretty much learn all of them. I just don't want to do these right now. Maybe downward. Use A plus X while down. Okay. I just grab the taunt because why not? Wait, Rising Flames? Wait, I have this? Oh, that's Rising Flames. So then what's the other move? What is this? Oh, the teleport. Okay. Okay, that's what that one was. Oh, yeah. Okay, it's done. It's time to switch over to Wukong, but I want to get into one more battle just because I want to verify that the weird stutter was because of the SSD. Now that it's done unpacking, though, I think it's going to be smooth from here on out. There was nothing over there, right?
This ends now. What's in there?
He's far south. Keep clear of its maw, my lord. That thing's breath is worse than its bite.
That reeks!
I said, stay away from its mouth.
Yeah, it was definitely the SSD. There's no stuttering anymore. It's like, this is how it's supposed to play.
guess is as good as mine.
What is this, quick time event? Quick time events, cinematic strike.
No! Before it recovers!
Yeah, this is fun, man. I want to see if Wukong can keep up with this. This is fun. This combo system is really fun. Man, the combo potential.
He won't be gone for long.
There we go, another quick time.
I cannot fall here.
Why does it give me a tutorial? Wait, cinematic evasion? This is a cinematic strike and cinematic evasion.
Now for the final push, my lord.
Give me a limit break or something. He's doing wild rage. I don't know what that is.
I think we made it angry.
I'd rather we made it die.
This plays so much better than on console. The combat's so much more immersive this way. Alright, time for some Black Myth Wukong.
My lord. Thanks. Never thought I'd see it. Not just goblins in Rosaria, but morbals too.
I'll petition His Grace to send a detachment. If we don't stop them here, they'll be at our gates before long.
We should get moving. We don't want to be caught out here after dark.
If we set off now, we can still reach Phoenix Gate before nightfall.
Damned blight.
Okay, if I remember correctly, I think all it does now is it will play a bunch of cutscenes. But this is the stopping point for this. Yeah, I can't believe we ended up playing like another 50 minutes of this game. I can't even get to the main menu. Hold on, just go in here. And then skip. And then skip. Is it just gonna be all battle sequences? Then we're just gonna have to exit. Wow, there's a lot of cutscenes.
Follow me, Your Highness.
Okay, so we basically, yeah, alright. So this is where we'll stop. Okay. Alright, time to switch over to Wukong. Says you need a controller to play this game. I think it's B1. Is that the game? Yeah, that's the game. Alright, shader compile again. Oh, shader compiling again. Wonderful. We'll probably play like an hour. Or probably play about the same amount of time that I spent on Final Fantasy. This would have been sooner if this if it didn't take so long to unpack the game. You get that done faster if you clone that drive on a better M.2. Yeah, I know, right? Yeah, I think I'm done with buying like Gen 3 SSDs at this point. I learned something. If you're trying to do multitasking and your I/O is bound at 100% and it has no DRAM and it's almost full, you know, that's a recipe for a disaster right there. I would have been doing this stream on my normal stream PC, which has the 9950X, but I figured I want to play the game on the OLED monitor, and that's the reason why. That's the only reason why we're using this PC, is because it's connected to the. It just so happens that this one's connected to the OLED. Yes, this is where if there's a problem with the Intel CPU, this is the scenario where the crashing can occur. You're right. This is a good test to see if the system is stable. Okay, shader compilation successful. Please wait. The other thing too about modern computer cases, because modern computer cases don't have the LEDs that tell you that there's disk activity, it's hard to tell what's actually going on. I have to like open Task Manager to see what's actually going on here. Oh, there we go. Yeah, I'm using a lot of memory right now. So this system only has 32 gigs of memory. Because I want to point something out. So Micro Center, because I bought the 9700X from Micro Center, I got free RAM. I got some free 32 gigabytes of G-Skill Flare X 6000. This is SK Hynix CL32. And I'm testing this RAM in this system to make sure it's not defective. That's the reason why I'm not using my typical 96 gigabyte kit. But I did notice that we are using about 20 gigabytes out of 32 gigabytes, so 64% of system memory right now. So that is surprising. I wonder if I had the 64, 48, or 96 if some of this stuff would have gone by smoother. But anyway. Do we need subtitles? Whatever, I'll just leave them on. Okay. Data storage processing agreement. Okay. Because we're on an 8-core CPU, 32 gigs of RAM is okay, though. Meaning the RAM is not undersized for the CPU. But more is better. Okay. This is it, the full game. Now, I need to make sure that it's using the settings that I don't think it imports the settings from... Okay, so 4K, we'll have all this frame rate stuff off for now because it's not going to be able to hit a very high frame rate. We're going to have to do stuff here. So it wants to do FSR, frame gen, and everything cinematic. This is what I'm going to do. This is going to go to low. Everything else stays max. This goes to TSR, and frame gen stays on, and we set this to 1440p, I think. I'm trying to remember what settings I came up with the other day. I think that was it. Yeah, I think that's right. Okay, here we go. Whoa, that's loud. He pulled that out of his ear. That's the cool thing about the staff. Okay, let's try this again. I'm not sure what happened. What did I do? I'll turn this off. And then we'll do their 50 like they said. See what happens here.
My master.
Safe. The scriptures sound. All I ever wanted was a life in my mountain, free from you and your so-called merits.
So
Those
there's
high above don't trust me.
There's two of him?
understand that. And they send you and those knuckleheads to threaten me. To obey and serve once more. I understand that too. But what I don't understand is... you bastards killing my kind!
Stay back, stupid dog.
What?
Mark this. He's not just any monkey. He's a monkey of merit. A monkey was made Buddha once. None other than me can challenge him to a duel. Look, monkey. I don't make a habit of fighting.
It's all monkey business today.
Here's my offer. If you lose, I'll take you to the Celestial Court.
Man, that voice actor, this guy, I feel like I've heard this voice from some other game before.
But if I lose, I shall certainly take revenge, and they will level your mountain nonetheless. How tragic would that be, huh? You are one of the court. We don't need to resort to violence. How about you bend the knees, admit the wrongs, and we can put this behind us.
All these years, except for that pig, you're the one who talks the tallest tales. Good, I am entertained. Speaking of entertainment, wouldn't it be fun if I pluck your extra eye out for my snack and allow you to keep the other two? Because I'd hate to let you miss how I'll slaughter each mongrel of the court. Those below, those above, and that black mutt of yours. Come at me, all of you.
They gave you many chances, yet you spurned each. Such ingratitude.
Oh wait, what? He already has all these abilities?
The victorious fighting Buddha. Have you any idea?
Man,
how
where is
many
that guy's
would give
voice
everything
from?
For immortality.
Immortality? For that word, all realms and beings have ruined themselves.
Why am I not able? Oh, there we go. Hold on, does he have like XXY? XXY? Like Hayabusa? Because I want to see like what game did the developers, what was their inspiration? Like, let me see, does he have like 360? No, he doesn't have 360 UT. Bam. I have the ability to like freeze time, and then he can summon all these clones using a hair.
The Celestial Court welcomes you, foul monkey, yet you remain untamed. None shall save you now.
Dear brother, your edge needs homing. Good. I was in need of a back scratcher.
See, look, if I do X, Y, that's a basic combo. I think that was the stone. Immobilized. I'm confused. Am I supposed to be doing a quick time? Am I supposed to be mashing buttons on that part? I'm not touching any buttons here. Because I don't think this is a quick time. The difficulty so far seems fine. Of course, this is the very beginning of the game.
Foul monkey! Taste my axe!
Am I supposed to do something? I was like, is that a quick time event?
Rat! You call that a duel? The glare up here is dazzling. Fight me in the woods if you have the guts.
Man, this game has an awful lot of animal diversity. Was that supposed to happen? He said fight him in the woods, but that guy, like, cheesed him or something?
And so ends the last tale of Sun Wukong.
A hero who treasured his freedom above all else. Buddhahood he attained, yes, but cumbersome he found the celestial rules, for he yearned to come back and to revel in the simple joys with us. Little did he know, his choice to forgo the life above only fueled their mistrust. This stone has stood for countless days on the mountain. Since my youth, they've said that his remains lie within it. Unbegotten, undying, such is the nature of a stone monkey. Though his body was broken, his spirit endures. Into 6 relics he turned, and separately they escaped, choosing to stay hidden. Those are the 6 senses of the great sage.
I never read the book, so I don't know the full story. I only know parts of this story. I know that there's a lot of media that's inspired by this story, though. Like Dragon Ball Z, for example. The main character is inspired off of this.
Yet among you, there might be one who is destined. One that shall recover all his scattered relics. And upon the return of the relics to Mount Tuaguo, he may yet rise again.
Okay, Chapter 1, Black Cloud, Red Fire.
On the go, bend the toe, life of human or for gold. Nowhere better than a home. We cheat death and ever grow. Huh? Yeah, you see, what bliss my fate shows.
Luck's around the corner. Seems like he just fell from a fruit tree here.
Perfect timing. This peach knew I needed a snack.
Hmm?
You sneaky rascal! Dare to fool me? I'll make sure you regret it.
He pulls it out of his ear. What? This is so random.
No matter how many times you come around, you're still as mischievous as ever, eh?
Hold on, so I think if I hold down one of these buttons, he's supposed to be able to do a strong attack. Okay. Yeah, that's strong. Okay, what if I just do... What if I keep holding it down? Can he move? Oh, he can move with it charged? Oh. Okay. So 1, 2, I can do like 1, 1. I'm assuming he learns more longer strings and combos over time, as with any action game. So wait, sprint is Sprint is RB.
Master said something about a rare guest today. You be the one.
Yeah, strong attack is very good. Charged heavy attack. Yeah, that's what I was doing. Oh, I don't have any of my skills. I'm going to relearn all those skills. It's like the first Nier, where you start off with all your abilities in the prologue, but then you lose all of them and have to start over.
Oh, what you waiting for? Pluck your hair and make an offer. Hey, wait! I, the keeper of Blackwind Mountain, have long been waiting for your arrival. Ah, his spitting image, I'd say.
Is that a back scratcher? Does he have one of those like wooden back scratchers? Or is that like a pipe? Oh no, that's a smoking pipe. For a second I thought he was holding... Wait, no, that is a... Yeah, he's got like a wooden back scratcher in his left hand.
Then the temple was rebuilt. What good is it to rebuild a temple if the goodwill of men has been burned to ashes? You've forgotten this place, but they haven't forgotten you. Oh, that's a tough one. Good luck to you.
So is this the save point, or what exactly is this? Okay. Wait, so he can actually equip 2 different types of weapons. And then these are probably the summons, if I had to guess. I think at the beginning of the game, there was no way to select the difficulty, which means there's really only one difficulty from the start of the game. Or it's like Hogwarts Legacy, you can gather stuff, you can gather mushrooms. it almost has like a Monster Hunter vibe with the way you can pick up stuff from in the world. You can't really do that in a game like Devil May Cry. There isn't really anything to pick up for crafting. Who's that? Is that an enemy or is that an ally? All the wolves seem drunk. Oh wait, there's a big enemy right there. Hold on, I'm gonna go find this guy first. What is this? It's got a form. A key item. So wait, what is that? Man shrinks at odor, but smells its beauty. Once hidden inside the Buddha's head, this treasure has a secret yet to be revealed. Those are probably, like, you get items for turning in a specific amount of those. If I had to guess. It's probably like the scrabs. Where did that little guy run off to? Is there nothing over here? No. Oh, this is the area from the benchmark. Oh, these are frog? These are frog enemies that cause poison. Wait, one thing, how do I use my gourd? Oh, okay, that's how you heal. Now what does this do? What? Wait, I didn't even know I had this move. I can just deflect stuff with that? Yeah, this is where the benchmark starts. It starts up here at the top of this river. Yeah, right here is where the benchmark starts. Whoa! Wait, how did I do that? How did I do that finisher move? I feel like I pressed some... Was it both of them together? Yeah, that's weird. The FPS. Hold on, let me turn on Afterburner. I don't like to keep Afterburner up the whole time because it obscures my view, unless I make it really small, but if I make it really small, then it'll be hard for the viewers to even see it. So we'll have it on for a while, but we're not going to have it on the whole time. Okay. So this is where the benchmark starts. This is the point where the benchmark starts. And then it goes downriver, essentially. It goes like this. Yeah, this is the way it goes. Wait, there's an enemy over there? It goes like this, and I think it goes all the way to where the boss, that boss enemy, I know it goes over this tree branch. And then it goes around here It loops around, and then there's that guy. But hold on, before we do that, I want to go explore a little bit more, because I think that's the first boss. Yeah, the benchmark starts over there, so now we're gonna go across here. I think this is where I started the game. Oh wait, no, this is that shrine. Oh, okay. Just gonna rest. The map is actually very large. These open area. Well, I don't know about this area, not this area, but if I understand what the reviewers said, the second and the third area are really, really large. All right, here we go. Wait, what? Huh? Huh. Krillin? Krillin, is that you?
Oh, it's been a while, but the immobilized spell still works like a charm.
I like how he uses a back scratcher.
Since you hail from Mount Huaguo, it won't hurt to teach you a handy trick. Now, here we go. Give me your hand.
Immobilize spell.
There you go. Should you come across any miscreants, just point your finger at them and release this spell. You'll be able to hold them in place while giving yourself a breather. Sadly, mine is but a humble trick. Its power will wear off within a few short moments. Though it's good enough against boneheads like this one. Anyway, just consider it an ace up your sleeve. No! The young boys these days know no manners. Fear not. Teach them a lesson with your new spell.
Oh, I need to do... There we go. It's like Hogwarts Legacy. After you use a spell, it has a recharge time. Self-advance and sparks. Level up to gain sparks and awaken more abilities and spells. Sparks will not be lost upon resurrection. Where is that? Self-advance. Oh, okay, we got 2 points. So, mysticism. Versatile, ingenious mysticisms enabling maximum adaptability. Staff stances. Foundation. Enhance. Okay, so basically you can upgrade your stats. Oh, okay. You got lots of skill trees in this game. Survival. This looks like increased max health, increased max stamina. That's actually very good in these type of games. Mobile spin. Move forward while using staff spin. Initiates mobile spin. The destined one spins his staff around his body, deflecting projectiles. That's cool. I like that. Each talent level... Wait, swift engage. Each talent level significantly increases the engage distance of light attack starter. Oh. Reduces the stamina cost of dodging. I might actually get that one. Reduces the stamina cost of sprinting. Yeah, probably agility. Agility and HP is probably, if I'm going to choose from this tree. The staff stance. Okay, so we got smash stance, pillar stance, and thrust stance. This requires 20 points to unlock. That requires an awful lot of skill points. Pillar stance. So wait a minute. What is this? Oh. Oh wait, if you stand on it, it just keeps going up? 3 levels. It has 3 charge levels. If the staff is hit by the enemy while perching, more stamina will be consumed to maintain balance. The more focus points he builds, the higher he perches. What does that do, though? It's like... Ascend to its top by holding heavy attack. That is one that... Okay, that's probably like a more advanced one, I guess. Resolute counter flow. Performing heavy attack during light attack combo with a focus point consumed allows the destined one to execute. Yeah, these are more advanced. I think just to start, I'm just going to go stats. This is actually an easy strategy. Just like improve, immobilize. You can just time freeze enemies. But I think to start, what I want is reduce the stamina cost of dodging. And wait, what's this? Makes each initial dodge more agile and flexible. No, I think we're going to increase health. Yeah, this is where the benchmark ends. It goes up here, and then it just, like, goes off to the left. Looks like there's 2 paths. There's the right path. Is this a puzzle? And then there's the left path. Which is where the benchmark actually ends.
Who are you?
When those explode, they have poison, so it's like you gotta back away. In fact, I'm out of healing. I need to go and refill my gourd. Should probably go back to the shrine. Although, is it gonna respawn the boss? I don't think so. There's probably a shrine up here. That is one of the things, you know, I was always wondering, like, when is there going to be a Ninja Gaiden 4? The last Devil May Cry was 2019. So at least Capcom keeps that franchise alive. But there hasn't been a Ninja Gaiden game in more than 10 years. Ninja Gaiden Razor's Edge was 2012 on the Nintendo Wii U of all things. Then it eventually made its way to PC as a collection back in 2021. But there hasn't been a Ninja Gaiden game in so long. So it's one of those things, it's like, well, if they're not gonna make the game, someone else will eventually step up and start making these newer type of games. Oh, meditating gives you sparks also. That's good. I want this. Mobile spin. Moving forward while using staff spin. Hold on, let me test this. So staff spin is this. You can't move while doing that, but if I do this, and then what is this one? Increases the engaged distance of light attack start. That's good. Let's get that. Yeah, okay. You can move. You can use this to deflect things, and you can actually move. Yeah, actually, in a game like this, leveling stamina is gonna make things a lot smoother from a combat standpoint, just from like being able to combo more. Looking at the game with skeptical eye. Yeah, this is a good game. It is a hard to run game though. Like, unless you're okay with, like, lowering resolution scale, or frame gen, or, upscaling, you know, like, or dynamic resolution. What the heck? The lighting changed so much? Just from going through the, what the? It's like it automatically advanced the time of day. Just from crossing through here. Look at that. What? So we are running the game with the software ray tracing, the Lumen. We're only using Lumen and Nanite. I'm not using the actual hardware RT because it's just too intense. Oh, that's the other thing. You can respec. You can respec at the shrines. So that's good because that means if you want to test different builds, you can do it real easily. That is one thing that I think these action games... That's one of those quality of life things of modern games that you don't see in a lot of older games. Trailblazer's gift. Wait, what?
Hey, wait! You don't think you can can just parade in, do you? It's not that simple. Let me transform you into a golden cicada, so you may follow the fires ahead and scout this mountain unnoticed. Fly!
What if I don't want to be a golden cicada?
It might be humble, but my shrine is very versatile. You'll get it soon.
What if I don't want to be a cicada? I was okay being a monkey. I don't think I want to be a cicada. What? We get to play as a cicada? Can I go the other way? Do I have the freedom to go backwards? Okay, that's interesting. What if I land? Can I land on the ground? Okay, so you can't actually land on the ground. What?
In the depths of Black Wind Mountain, there are secrets galore. The cicada form may help you explore, but be wary. This form does not last forever. Should
Wait,
you find
what?
yourself lost, just follow my voice.
Wonder if there's anything left
Off you
inside.
go.
Which way do I go? Left?
One misstep, Lord Lingshu might make a meal out of us. You might not know, but the shapeshifter is on his way.
What was that noise? Those pups must be drunk.
I guess we just bypass all these enemies. This is how you stealth in this game. This is how you stealth your way through. How practical.
How dare you interrupt my meditation?
When you're down, there'll be no more talk.
This is one of those action games where the combat... Whoa, what the... Can't I deflect it back at him? Huh. PS5 Pro can't come soon enough. The base PS5 version might will suck. Have they shown the PS5 version at all? Dang, what the heck? Yeah, they have status effects in this game. How do I get rid of the fire status? Do I go in the water? I need to... I thought I, like, I thought I got back all my gourd when I rested at the shrine. Apparently not. Apparently, I forgot to do this. Forgot to do rest. Although, I think I got a skill point now. Oh, no, I don't. Never mind. Alright, let's go. How do I turn into the cicada? Well, oh well, we don't really need to do that. There's probably going to be parts of the game where it's extremely dangerous if you don't go cicada mode. If I had to guess, that's what they're going for. You found the screw that was in the case? I think there was 2 of those. There was one there. There was oh, this guy again. If you like action games, depends on the type of game you like. At the end of the day, it's like, yeah, this is a very good looking game. It's very hard to run, but if you don't like action games, it's not going to be worth getting. It really depends on if you like games like Devil May Cry, Bayonetta, and Ninja Gaiden. And maybe the Dark Souls games, but I feel like this game definitely is not Dark Souls. And that's a good thing, because I was saying that for over a year.
Another monkey, I see. Why don't you lay down your weapon and join me in
Guangxi?
What say you?
Whoa, okay. That's a cool move. Oh, I think I need to find water when the fire's on me. Oh man. Okay. So it's pretty much like Ninja Gaiden. You don't... See, the thing is, when you die, there's no consequence. Unlike the Souls games. That's the main reason why it's definitely not... Wait, what? I didn't see this guy. This is a different one. What the heck? Who's this? It's a random boss. Wait, this is a different path. I don't have a double jump. This is the type of game where I'm pretty sure there's a double jump. This is new. I didn't notice this path at all earlier. Wait, this is completely different. Yeah, why wouldn't you be able to skip boss fights? I mean, there's probably like major boss fights you can't skip, but yeah, no. Why wouldn't you be able to run? I mean, it's literally like in every action game. Until you get like to a chapter end boss. Oh, there's a new area.
Keep quiet. You don't want to set off that beast. In the backyard is Blackwind Guai's ally. Calls itself Ling Schutzer. Considering your strength, I suggest you get away while you can, little monkey.
Yeah, Ninja Gaiden really was fun. Oh, wait, I can craft armor? I just noticed the craft armor option is here. I need more yarn. Yarn? Tiny piece of gold. Have you tested this with this 9950X yet? Have I tested it with that? I'm trying to remember what I was using the other day. I think I did. Or not online though, not on stream. And it wasn't this game. It was only the benchmark. I think I tested it, but this game is pretty much GPU bound all the time. I mean, the CPU does matter, but as long as it's not like some ancient CPU that's like 5 years old or something, it should be fine. Okay, I can either leave this area or I can explore more. I think there's a major boss that I can't escape from here, though. I'm getting the feeling that that's what's going to happen.
Once you pass that gate, there's no turning back.
Yeah, he says once you pass that gate, there's no turning back. So that's obviously a boss fight that I can't run from. So that's probably the chapter boss. So let's go back and get some of these mid-bosses. Interesting how those enemies didn't respawn even after I rest. I used that last shrine as a checkpoint and the enemies didn't respawn. There he is. Let's get this guy. Oh, this guy hits hard. Don't try to parry them. You can only dodge them. Don't try to parry that. It might actually be faster for me to warp to the other shrine. Because the run back on that is pretty far. Yeah, outside the forest. I think it's this one. Yeah, this is the one. Forest of Wolves. Let's go find that mid-boss. Yeah, this dude. Yeah, this is definitely a faster... This is easier to get to him. He has a tail. Whoa. Can't even tell. Oh, he's hitting the ground? Is this supposed to be Tree Sentinel? He hits significantly harder than the other enemies. It feels like I'm fighting Furnace Golem, only he's like 10 times smaller. I like how these... It's like, what's up, losers? Just runs past them. Just completely ignores them. Yeah, dude, get out of my way. No respect. These wolves. Yeah, he killed the wolf for me. It's hilarious. Oh, that's like a linear? It's like a straight line? Dang, okay. Okay, maybe we're not going to kill that guy just yet. Let's go this way. There's another boss over here though, so let's fight. Let's see how this one does, because that other guy is, yeah, not the easiest. Let's get this one. Ooh. Red Tides. Oh, I could transform into him. Transformation. Basically, you gain Super Saiyan. Transformations continuously consume might and require a full gauge to initiate. Using spells during a transformation further depletes might, and once it is fully depleted, detransformation occurs. So you got might. Okay. How do I build might, though? Is that just something that I do just naturally by landing combos? Ring the bell. Difficulty is going to be
You
relative.
just had to make some noise, did you?
Might's the
Now
other one.
everyone knows you're here. When a chime so grand echoes in the forest, Yao Guais will surely be alarmed.
Oh, this alarms those things? Okay. Yeah, the difficulty is going to depend on the person playing the game. Like, it depends on what you find difficult in a video game. Like, some people, they'll find games like this really hard. Others won't really have a hard time. It just depends on what they actually play normally. Like, I personally play a lot of action games, so for me, it's not really a problem. Like, I would find a game like... I don't know. I would find, like, Halo 2's campaign harder than this. Well, okay, maybe that's an exaggeration. But, like, I'm not good at first-person shooters, for example. But I'm good at these type of games. So, I find these games relatively... not, I won't say easy, but I find them, like, I don't have a problem with them. But, like, if I play first-person shooters, campaign... on a first-person shooter, you can bet I'll be playing on the normal difficulty, not the hard mode. I think there's also puzzles and stuff. Well, I guess you weren't here for the stream. We were talking about this game a few days ago, but I've been saying that this game is not like Souls for over a year. I literally kept saying, every time this game has come up, I have always been saying this game is more like Ninja Gaiden, Devil May Cry, Neo, Bayonetta. It is that type of game. It is not a Souls game. So, like, I knew that going in, and I feel like the people who refused to believe that, or were uninformed, or thought it was a Souls-like, or a Souls clone, they're setting themselves up for disappointment, because that's not what this game is. It never intended to be that. But I feel like the media painted the wrong picture regarding what this game is. At least initially, or at least leading up to release. Well, I want to try something. I want to test this out. Yeah, I want to play as this guy. Oh, that's cool. I can play as this dude. So it looks like the meter, as you do moves, it uses up the meter.
What should I do now?
You to find for our
Well, there's a difference. Lies of P is a parry-based game. This game is a dodge-based game. Actually, now that I have that... Oh, I lost my meter. I should probably use that boss transformation on that giant statue guy. Travel to the temple now. The game feels mostly like... What does this actually feel like to play? This is... It feels more weighty than a game like Neo. Neo felt very lightweight and floaty, although Neo also... depends on your gear. If anything, I guess this game is kind of like Bloodborne and Ninja Gaiden. Although the combat in this game actually feels slower than Ninja Gaiden. Like, well, it depends. I don't know how this will play. Like, once I've gained a lot more skill points and I have a lot more abilities. But Ninja Gaiden, right off the bat, like, it feels very fast. This game feels a little bit more weighty and a little bit slower in terms of the like what you're able to do and how fast your opponents move. Wait, why is it set spell? Where's my... Oh. Oh, okay, I did have some Storks. Get more stamina. Get more health, get more stamina, I guess. Yeah, just be able to spam more things early on. Okay, here we go. This looks like a real boss. Let's try using these moves. I like that you can play as the transformation, though. That is cool. Oh man, time freeze. Time freeze. tried to deflect him there.
Now that it's there, you might as well take a good look around. A great pill the Blackwing Guy had gifted the wolf. Finding it would be a deserving reward for that fight.
He said for me to take a look around. Celestial Jade Lotus Pill. The god of longevity in the southernmost reaches of the land that massively increases maximum health. Ooh, that's a nice upgrade. This is gonna be another cutscene. Oh, or not. I don't have any. Oh, I got one skill point. You need to wait until you get off work. Enable sprinting while charging. Wait, what? Each talent level slightly increases the health recovery upon consuming a focus point. Performing heavy attack during light attack combo with a focus point consumed allows the Destined One to execute Resolute Strike. Is this like a... Oh, this is a perfect guard counter? Wait, this turns the game into Lies of P. Wait a minute, hold on a second. What? With a... Oh, you have to consume a focus point. And... that allows the Destined One to execute Resolute Strike. During Resolute Strike, the Destined One can see through the incoming enemy attacks and nullify their damage. Enemies that have been seen through are easier to stagger. Wait, what? Hold on, how do I activate a focus point, though? Like, I still don't even understand what a focus point is. Enable sprinting while charging. That's cool, but I don't really know if I need to do that. Although I really want to do that one move that he does. Okay, switching to Pillar Stance. I don't understand what Pillar Stance is supposed to do. I think this is more like a Royal Guard style. This looks like Royal Guard. That's hilarious. They can't hit him. You don't want to spoil the game anymore? Alright, thanks for stopping by. Yeah, this is massive spoilers. If a snap... That pillar stance sounds really fun to try out, but I think I'm going to go with this. I need to figure out how to do a focus point, like consume a focus point before I do that, though. I don't want to waste it and not know how to do that. So how do I activate a focus point? That's not a focus point. Is it this? Red Tides? Games like this supposed to have a tutorial page. combat. Perfect dodge, stamina, charge, attack. Okay, here we go. Focus points are built through hits, charging, and perfect dodges, and can be spent all at once with a heavy attack. Dealing more damage at the expense of more focus points. Oh, okay. I see what it is. You guys can't see it on the screen because I'm in the way. Like when the UI is up. Hold on. I'm in the way, actually. So I need to move this. I need to move myself over here. Or I need to move myself up here. Well, there's the chat. I guess I have to move myself over here. But see, like... Or I can move myself over here. Because I don't think there's anything... Is there something on that side? Oh, no. The health bar and stuff's over there. The focus point is basically the little orb. So I have no focus points right now. But I see how it works, though. You basically spam the strong attack button when you have charge. It's basically meter, essentially. Did I read the book? No, I never read the book. I know a little bit about the story, though. And I know that there's a lot of other, like, media and stuff that's heavily inspired by this. Or by the book, I should say. What is this? Slightly increases movement speed. Moderately increases the will gained from defeating an enemy. Inflicts considerably more damage bonus on enemies at critical health. So when you're low health, moderately increase the will gained from defeating an enemy. Moderately increases the will. Oh, okay. Oh, I see. This game also does feature crafting. To read the book. Oh, you recommend me read the book? 280 pages? Yeah. Yeah, that's like with all things, though. Like, if you understand anything that's based off of a story, and then it's adapted into another form of media, like in this case, a book being adapted into a video game. The book is very old. Journey to the West. Yeah. Alright. Let me see. What was I gonna do? Oh, I was gonna learn that ability. That essentially gives you the ability to do Lies of P style. It's this move right here. Resolute counter flow. Performing heavy attack during light attack combo with a focus point consumed allows the destined one to... That is busted. You'll give it a try? What are my settings? The settings are the same settings that we talked about last time. Basically, 1440p, cinematic, global illumination low. That's basically it. 4K native is not gonna really work though, like unless you go... I don't know, with the 4090, 4K native, I think can play this game at like 60 with global illumination on low. But yeah, like if you want to run like ray tracing or anything like that though, you're gonna have to utilize frame gen. You're gonna have to turn on. You're gonna have to like not run it at 100% native resolution. Like there's just too many concessions made, too many compromises made when trying to run the game with ray tracing on. So you basically just use software-based Lumen and Nanite, let Nanite do its thing on the ground, and that's basically it. Well, I got a skill point now. So if I do... Hold on, what do I do? Was that it? I used the skill point, but I did take some damage. It did say in the description of doing that move that it nullifies the damage to do that counter. Wow, you got some good air combos too.
When you're down.
You know what this game, it looks at the camera's upper right so the UI can be visible. Oh yeah, okay. This game's skill point leveling system makes me think of Sekiro. Like, I think that's the one action game that actually has a similar leveling system. The area's pretty large. It does have a decent amount of exploration. The other thing, too, is people were complaining that there was no map or anything. I feel like if they introduce a map, then that just ruins the exploration aspect of the game. Because a lot of games like Neo, Ninja Gaiden, I don't think Devil May Cry had a map either. Like, a lot of those type of games don't have a map. I'm trying to think if Dirge of Cerberus had one, but Dirge of Cerberus wasn't really this type of game. Then there's also the Suda 51 games, you know, like Travis Touchdown, No More Heroes, Lollipop Chainsaw, Shadows of the Damned. Speaking of those latter two, those games are getting the Hella remake. Suda 51 should be at Gamescom. I would not be surprised if he's at Gamescom. Actually, did I come this way? Okay, yeah, this is the way. See, that's cool. I'm just naturally exploring. The only other action game that's come out this year that was pretty good was Stellar Blade. Stellar Blade plays like Lies of P, whereas this game plays like Ninja Gaiden. Killer is Dead, also, yeah, that's another Suda 51. Oh, it's another bird. I want to try this guy on the bird. How do I do them? Oh, wait. Follow dodge with heavy attack. Oh, okay. That's good. I like how you can transform, though. I like the transformations. Defeating some optional... Well, I don't know if they're optional, but... defeating certain bosses give you the ability to transform into them. I actually really like that. Didn't Killer is Dead get ported to PC, though? Hold on. Isn't it on PC? I think it is. Yeah, Killer is Dead, Nightmare Edition. It is on PC already. It came out, well, 2014, so that's a while ago. Oh, it plays like a PS3 game? The heck? Where did this guy come from? Some rando just comes out of nowhere. Oh, was that enemy patrolling the stairs?
Long bound by worldly cage, now free in nature's sea. Have you seen those nameless souls adrift on your path? Their wheels float aloft, never to fade. Shame, your god serves little purpose, and mine answers solely to me. I know a way to guide the souls, mend their paths, and set them free. It will aid you.
Yes, it uses the 8-pin connector. The standard dual 8-pin. Some of the models have triple 8-pin, if you're going for certain AIB cards.
Now, this is better. This god, though humble, may save the lost, banish their obsessions, and guide them.
The Blast Gourd. Under the guidance of a wise master, the Destined One has mastered the art of spirit absorption. So we got Ghostbusters power now? The gourd possesses remarkable divine capabilities, allowing it to absorb the lingering wills of spirits left behind by formidable Yaoguais who have been defeated. Okay. Huh. This is randomly come across this guy in the middle of nowhere. Yeah, man. I feel like anyone who reads the book or who has read the book will get a lot more enjoyment out of this game compared to someone who's just going in and knows vague things, just a few things about the general story of Journey to the West, but never actually read the book.
For one as destined as you, there can be no turning back. We are like tumbleweeds, drifting.
What I want to know is how
destiny beyond our
how accurate, how close do they stay to the original book story? Like the events, meeting this guy in the wilderness like this, in the forest, he gives you the gourd to absorb the souls. Like, I assume that was something that happened in the book.
fair sights fade, but with ink I bid them.
You're going for the
stay.
Tai Chi White and
The
using
road has claimed you. Now you must see
Asia
it
Horse
through.
extended
Your
connectors.
heart will guide you further. We shall meet again.
That's an interesting thought to do RT Max over native 4K. I will say, if you are going to run RT Max on the 4090, if it's RT Max, unless you're going to run the other settings at like medium, you're going to want to run the game at 1080p, not 4K. Oh, there's that snake enemy. Alright, let's see what this guy gonna do. He's pretty tough. He's got a lot of HP. What's this? What the heck? Oh, undead. But they're bones, so they're probably weak to fire. Perhaps a prequel to the book? Have you read the book? If you're saying it's like a prequel, I don't think it's a prequel, but I never read the book. The snake enemies... The snake enemies have way more HP compared to the wolves. The wolves were like trash mobs. Absorb and cultivate. I unlocked an achievement. That was more undead. Oh, you can't like get the jump on them. They're invulnerable until they actually form. Okay, I want to kill the undead one first, because these are way easier to kill than the actual snake. Yeah, that thing has so much HP. Yeah, the spinning move doesn't seem like it's that. That move doesn't seem that good. I feel like that's not a really effective move. Unfortunately, it looks cool, but doesn't really do much damage. I got poisoned. Do these things reanimate? I feel like I've killed these so many times.
This humble one's name is Guangmo. Should my demise come by your hands, please pass this message to my master. Searching for deity, mortals do aspire. Craving immortality, Yao Guais surely will conspire!
Classic walk into a boss fight. All the poison. I'm gonna die to poison. Yeah, I walked into this with like my last gourd. Snake Trail. I feel like there must have been another shrine nearby that, because that was very far from this. Okay, there's only that one and this one. This is the second one. Enable sprinting while charging. I can gain pillar stance. I don't know. I think I'll get that later. I kind of want... I have this. It's not really helpful in that fight. Get this one, I guess. Is there another one down here? Wait, what? Another area? Another boss. Do I get his transformation? I don't get it. Did I get him? Oh, wait. Spirit. What does this do? Spirit skills. When chi is full, press the trigger buttons to launch spirit skills. Yeah, there's gotta be. Transforming into a powerful Yao Guai to unleash. Their signature abilities cost chi, which can be recovered by absorbing it from enemies during combat. So that must be the... Hold on, watch demo. Oh. Oh, okay. So in addition to the transformation, you also... How do I... Oh, okay. That's cool. So, wow. Okay. This is actually a lot like Neo. In the sense that Neo had the ability to use those yokai. You could transform into yokais briefly. And then you also did have your own yokai spirit transformation, which is kind of like me transforming into the bosses in this game. It's like Neo, but without the massive Diablo 3 copious amounts of loot. Do you prefer TV upscale over DLSS? I don't use TV upscale. I'm playing this on a 32-inch OLED monitor. This is the LG Ultra Gear. The 32. What's the model number? I forget. It's in the title of the video. It's in the video title. It's the latest WOLED from LG. Oh, there's a snake enemies. I'm pretty sure there's got to be a shrine somewhere around here. Without having to do that super long run back. Well, oh, he's not that far, I guess. Okay. Oh, wow. Yeah, he's weak to fire. He was weak to fire. It was very weak to fire. He kept getting stun locked from the fire, and then he got fire status on him that was burning and dealing damage over time. So whereas he tried to poison me, I just burned him with fire.
I remember now. The evil monks abetted Elder Ginger to burn the great city and Tongue Monk alive. That's these two. I thought they were already turned into ashes by that fire. Who would have thought they had turned into Yaoguais?
Second bell.
I have an ominous feeling. After the bell rang, it seems as though the resentment in the depths of the mountain has grown. Ah, forget it. Overthinking won't help. Your presence has already made a mess in the mountain. Why not go ahead and take them out once and for all?
So this is kind of a dead end. I guess this is just a dead end. Because there's like invisible barriers, you can't go anywhere. Yeah, well, okay. Oh wait, no, there's another path. There's this and then there's this. I'm pretty sure I came through here. Yeah, we came through here. Okay. I think this is the only other action game. This and Stellar Blade are the only big action games of this year, as far as I know. Stellar Blade played a lot like Lies of P. This game plays a lot like Ninja Gaiden, I guess. I am neither one. I am using the 9700X. I could have used the 9950X, but that's not in this machine right now. It's because this machine is connected to the OLED, and I wanted to play this game with the OLED monitor. So that's why I ended up using this. But I should have rethought that, because this PC has like no storage. So everything is like on one SSD, and the SSD is like a really weak Gen 3 SSD. Doesn't even get full Gen 3 speeds. It has no DRAM cache. So it's literally a DRAM-less 2 terabyte. It's like a cheap inland. I think the maximum read is like 2,200 megabytes or something. It isn't even like 3.5 gigabits. It's bad. It's bad. That's why we had it took a long time to unpack the game. It took a long time, like, and when we were unpacking, Final Fantasy XVI was like slowing down the whole time because of the IO bottleneck on the SSD. Crazy. Game doesn't have HDR. Yeah, I don't know. I don't recall seeing that in the options. I think it does. I think it does, but I have it turned off right now. What is this? Oh. Oh no, this is not transforming into them. This is the moves. Upgrade effect reduces the chi cost for the skill. This one does the swipe, the tongue swipe. This one does what? Oh, this is gonna do the poison. The poison snakes. Oh, that could be really good. That was very OP in Neo 2. But I don't think we need to level these up. Does this use... What does this use to level up? Cultivate spirits? Oh, it just uses willpower. No, it uses a tadpole. Oh, I see. Some of them need items. This needs a tadpole to level up. This one doesn't need anything except willpower. Oh, okay. I kind of want to unlock pillar stance. Switch to pillar stance. Oh, that's good, but that's very advanced skill. I think we're just gonna take more. I'm gonna take more HP. Oh yeah, I don't know. Wait, 5, 9, 10, 12, plus 4, 16. Oh, I actually have enough to craft the entire set. This does have better defense than what I'm currently wearing. with the full set. When sprinting each, they totally got this from Genshin Impact. The 2-piece bonus and the 4-piece bonus. Can anyone say artifacts? Artifact grinding? Oh wait, this makes my staff glow? When sprinting each second, moderately increases attack. This effect can stack up to 10 times and will cease upon stopping. Oh, so you want to be... Oh, okay. Wow, okay, that's cool. Let me see, how are we doing on time? So we started this stream around, like, let me see, I started playing the game around, okay, we've almost been playing the game for 2 hours, so we are at a good point to stop. I don't want to get too far ahead on this initial playthrough because then it becomes like super spoilers for a lot of people that are really interested in playing the game. I guess we'll go a little bit further. Who's saying to help them? What? That guy fell? He like fell through the map and then came back?
These snake guys are nothing to fear. Snake gall steeped in drink, though, makes a fine tonic to flush malady. Here, here, young friend. Be my guest inside.
That was so random. This is still the first area, as far as I know. Okay, that's probably a boss. that big open... I wonder what's over there in like a big open swamp area with nothing else in sight. I'm really curious to know how this game is going to run on the PlayStation 5.
Well, well. I'd stake you're one more monkey from Mount Huaguo. I've met many of you. By rank of birth, you all ought to call me forefather. But I'm just an old monkey, banished to the mortal world.
Increases gourd uses? Oh, fragrant vine is used for that.
If something...
This one I don't have the item. Awaken wine worm. What is this? Each sip restores 33% of maximum health. Soak in. Coconut wine? What does that do? Replace. Using the gourd moderately increases the poison resistance. Oh, that's what's currently equipped? Oh, so you can actually change what the gourd does?
Yeah, you need a fine gourd to drink from. Yeah, I'll fetch you a fitting one.
They're really going to use FrameGen on the PS5? As far as I know, the PS5 has no game currently that uses FrameGen. For a brief moment after using the gourd, slowly recovers a small amount of health. Okay, so it's like a regen item. Replace your drink and add soaks. That's interesting.
Remember, young friend, a sip makes one tipsy.
So I guess if there's alternate ways to heal, because the game does seem like there's ways to heal during combat by doing certain things, like using certain like abilities you can heal without having to use the gourd. That would mean that you can use the gourd for something other than healing. Well, I guess we're going to go to this boss fight. I don't really see any other way. Yeah, this is so obvious this is a boss.
Hailed bird, what dimmed your shine? Past's grip beyond our grasp. The future we may still clasp. Late is the hour, young one, in which you choose to stain my tranquil abode. Pray tell, to what end do you seek? Gentle, yet it engulfs all.
I bet he's not weak to fire because we're constantly in water. Whoa. Oh, okay. I can see the fire status on his health gauge. Man, the summons are really strong. I can't do that? How come I can't? Oh, it's not full. What? I had 1 HP and I turned into the frog and beat him.
You have forced my hand. Now you shall face what I truly am.
Wait, this is a two-phase boss fight? Well, we're redoing this.
Courage alone will not guide you far, imposter.
Forum says it's smooth on PS5. Probably everything on low. Well, it's probably using dynamic resolution scaling, and it probably can scale all the way down to 720p. That might be how it's able to do that. For it to stay smooth, it has to be using some kind of dynamic resolution scale. Wait, where is the... Where am I? Marsh of the White Mist.
Get it in gods. A ripple awakens, not without us. Reflect.
See what this does. Use the frog on him again. Wait, what?
Unfit, as I deemed.
I actually did better the first time.
And summon my deed. Ebb and flow.
Okay, can't see.
You have forced my hand. Now you shall face.
Wow. Okay. I found the level curve. This is the fight. This is the first two-phased boss fight. This is the part where the difficulty has a spike. There's a spike in difficulty here at this part of the game. I have a feeling this is the last boss of this first area, though, because he's a two-phase boss. I might actually need to buy that item from this guy over here. I was thinking about the item that he sells. He sells an item that regens. I might have to get this.
Cheers! Cheers!
Oh, not this.
Fancy.
He sells this thing. Celestial Lotus Seeds. It's expensive, though, but oh well. This better be worth it. Alright, how do I use that? How do I use Celestial Lotus Seed? Oh, I already have this thing. Reduces damage for a long... Damage reduction for a long duration. That's good. Instantly removes burn states. He doesn't cause burn. So I can probably swap that. Moderately increases damage for a long... Oh, man. I should be using these things. This needs to be swapped for the thing that I just bought. Okay. Is it a non-consumable? Drinks and soaks. Wait a minute. How do I use that? Body cooling powder, tiger subduing pellet. Which one was which again? Tiger increases damage dealt. Evil repellent reduces damage taken. And then that thing we don't need. And then this one moderately increases critical hit chance. That's good too. But we're probably going to use these two. We'll see. Oh, I also think I have a skill point, don't I? Do you think the difficulty is okay? No, the difficulty is totally fine. It feels like any action game in terms of the difficulty. Oh, I don't have any. Okay. Can actually respec though. What makes this easier, I would say, than your typical Souls game is you can easily respec whenever you want at the shrine. So if you don't like the build, you can just refund the points and immediately get another build going.
A ripple awake.
Hold on, can I just run past him? Oh no, okay, yeah, he's a mandatory boss. Maybe I should save the transformation for phase 2.
Summon. You have forced my...
How do I skip? Skip.
Now you shall face.
He has a delay. He's slower on the lunge in phase 2 than in phase 1. Yeah, I don't think I need to use the items. I really don't need to use the items. This is more of a practice, the timing. What I'm going to do, though, I'm going to save the summon for the second phase. Because I actually think the summon is probably way better against the second. Because the second phase, he actually does a lot more delayed attacks. So I feel like the fire guy can combo stun lock him a lot more easily than in the first phase. So we're gonna do no summon first phase and summon in second phase. Although I noticed the meter does recharge. So it's possible to use summon probably twice? Yeah, he combos way more in the first phase. Oh, he knocked me down? Interesting. Wow, the range on the staff.
You have forced my hand.
Wow, man. I really thought that would be the run. Alright, one more. The difficulty is kind of what I expected. Now keep in mind, I didn't grind any levels. We skip a lot of enemies in running through here, so I feel like I might be like I feel like I'm like 2 levels lower than where you should be when you fight this guy. We also did skip a couple of optional bosses.
A ripple awakens, not without a stir.
Oh wow, wasn't even paying attention. Alright, we have one more attempt. This is the last attempt. Then we'll have to do this some other time. Although, I kind of think that I might actually use the transformation at the very start of the fight. See if I can get it twice. He doesn't take much damage against fire, though, because of water. So I'm not dealing much damage to him. Well, that was dumb. So if he dodges me, he can back attack me while I'm in the frog form? That was something new. I did not know that. I thought the frog had tracking. Apparently not.
Unfit as I deemed.
Hold on. Is this outfit better than that one? No. This is the better one.
You have forced my hand.
Wow, that does that much damage?
Courage alone will not guide you far, imposter.
Hold on, how do I use... Evil, repelling... Yeah, we'll have to use that. We'll use that in phase 2. What's the one that gives me Tiger Subduing? Evil, repellent, I think, is what I will use in phase 2.
Yet it engulfs the power of water. Can you feel its strength? And bliss. A ripple awakens. You have forced my hand.
There we go. Slithering snake.
Halt! No ill will, I bear. I'm merely my brother's eyes and ears. I feign my loyalty to guard this path on the bear's order. Your destiny's bleak and stark. In its grip, we share the mark. The Guanyin temple now lies in cinders, yet the elder soul endures. The root of greed ever fosters the stem of suffering. Better to forget the thing you truly seek. The 3 bells. Have you seen them all? Do you too desire that which they ceaselessly hold dear?
The bells. 3 bells were set in the mountains since the Black Wind Dwellers returned, yet no one is allowed to go near them. Maybe the bells have something to do with the temple's burning. His words sound like truth to me, little monkey. Stay sharp and keep a lookout.
Okay, well, I think this is a good stopping point. We got past the first major area.
Coming for our master.
Yeah, the game does ramp up the difficulty since we are not in the first tutorial area anymore. Increases maximum mana. I didn't even realize that skills used mana. Does meditating like change the weather or something? Because it was very cloudy earlier. Now the sun's out, sort of. Still a lot of cloud cover. All right, the next shrine, I'm going to end the stream. I'm just trying to get to that next checkpoint. Do I have to jump off here? I like how that catches them. Another spirit sparks. Okay. All right, we're close. Okay. Alright. This is it. Checkpoint, finally. Craft weapons. Willow wood staff. Bronze cloud staff. Oh, wait, no. This is what I've been using the whole time. Wait, no, that says crafted. This is what I'm using? Hold on. Why would I want to use this? Oh, view weapon list? Twin serpent staff. Attack is plus 10. Moderately increase the damage of light attack combo finishers. The effect is massively enhanced when fighting in water. Oh, okay. So wait a minute. So I can craft this thing. This is still like 10 points stronger. Okay. The twin serpent staff. How does that compare to... Oh, I'm upgrading the one I already have. Oh, okay. This one has a higher crit rate. But this has a stronger base attack. And more armor? Okay. Massively reduces stamina cost when in water. Man, this would have been very helpful on that boss fight. But oh, because we beat him, I guess this is his outfit? Unfortunately, I need 3 plus 5. I need 8 yarn total. I'm just going to wait until I have that 8th yarn. Grants more focus when the second move of light attack combo hits an enemy. That's good for building up meter. Wait, initiate heavy attack during mobile spin to quickly engage and stagger the enemy. Slightly increases stamina recovery rate when depleted. Makes each initial dodge more agile. Each talent level significantly increases. I guess... I don't know. I feel like just increasing the HP. 1 for HP. And then... this one. After sprinting, light attack starter temporarily deals more damage. Go with that. That's how I tend to start combat anyway. That's just my natural playstyle so far. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, I can only set 2. Immobilize and Red Tide. Immobilize. That's literally the only moves that I've got. Okay. Brew. Oh! For a brief moment after using the gourd, slowly recovers... Wait, what? Soaks. Oh, here we go. Increases poison resistance for a short duration. That changes the property. Okay, that's... You know what? Let's try that, actually. Slowly recovers a small amount of health. So this is this... That's regen. So that adds... Yeah, that's... Okay, that's good. So that's how you're supposed to use that. I didn't realize that's how you're supposed to use that. Okay, well, that's going to be it for this initial playthrough for Black Myth Wukong. This game so far is very good. I will probably finish this game. Unlike a lot of games that have come out this year, where I have still yet to finish a lot of them. So far, my thoughts are the game feels exactly like I expected it to from a combat standpoint. It's flashy. It's very engaging. Sometimes the enemies AI, like not the boss enemies, but the regular enemies seem like they're not really fully there. So the regular trash enemies feel like they're kind of easy. But then there's some of them that have a lot of HP and others just have no HP. So that feels kind of weird. In that regard, it does feel kind of like Lies of P, because Lies of P had the same thing where some enemies, you literally kill them in like 3 hits or 1 combo, but then there's another enemy in the same spot that has like 5 times the HP. So that's a little jarring, but other than that, the exploration's good, the soundtrack seems pretty good. Just the whole premise of the game, like based off of Journey to the West, I think this is actually a pretty good action game. It's a very hard to run game. But I think everybody who's watching this stream probably already knows that. So anyway, those are my initial thoughts. I will probably finish the game within the next couple of weeks here. Maybe we'll do another live stream with it. We may try RT on a 4090 and see what that looks like, since that seems to be the only graphics card that's capable of actually using RT and not completely being unplayable. But you have to make some compromises, namely the resolution scale. But anyway, that's going to be it. We will be back with Tech Thursdays, as always. So if you're new to the channel, get subscribed if you're into PC DIY. And with that, I'm going to leave you guys, and I will catch you next time. Thanks.